Hey, alright, Matt McMahon here, H2O Plasma Plug. You can check out the series, it's called Revolution Bike, or Revolution SSG Bike. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to have a bike powered Bedini motor. What I wanted to do is I wanted to test with the present tools that we have available to see exactly how well the Bedini motor works. I haven't seen anybody actually show and do tests, so I wanted to do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the motor on. I'm going to show you how much power is in this battery, how much power is in this battery, run it for half an hour, and then we'll see how much it's at that point. I think we'll wait about 2 or 3 hours and then come back to it and then see what this battery's at and see what this battery's at. See if maybe it spiked, if it went back up, and see if this one went back down to how it was originally. We have 0.57 and 0.75. So this one, 13.16 volts. Now, when I was charging it originally, this one was just under 12 volts. I mean, just under 13 volts. So, you know, we'll see. So the time is right now. So just about 4:20. That'll probably be at 4:20 by the time it all gets connected. And that's the wrong way. Alright, so gonna let it all run. Come back at 4:50. We'll be back at 4:50 and I'll show you that, and I'll show you while it's running and then show you when I turn it off. Alright, so I've been gone for 4 minutes. It'll be 5 in a second. I forgot to do the test on it right away to see what the batteries were at as soon as the load was put on. So hasn't been on load for a long time, so 12.8, 12.9, and then these are at, we'll just say 7.8. It tends to hold at 7.92 around, but we'll just say 7.8 because it drops down to 7.6. This motor is very inefficient because the bearings, you can actually hear the bearings. They're really bad, but it was a free wheel, so I do it with what I have, and we will be changing this to a better wheel eventually, and which will result in better tests. But it's just to show that it's making the motor actually have to work harder to be able to do this. So alright, so it's 4:35, so that is now 15 minutes after it was started. Now maybe someone has done this before, but I haven't seen it. Well, we're hitting 8 volts, which we weren't before, and still going in the range that it was before, down to 764 up to, I'd have to check the video, but I think we said it was at 7.8 around, and I'd say that's about, or still around the same, just that we're getting, it's taken more on, so, now okay, so we're at 12.93. Alright, so time is 4:50 at 12.93 volts, and secondary batteries I'll say 8.9. Did want to see something here. What happens if we remove the load from the battery? Alright, so nothing's happening there. So I'm going to hold them in place, and I'm going to disconnect, and let's see how fast we drop. dropping really fast. So 2.70, and we're gonna just let that sit for a little bit. We'll disconnect the jumper and see what happens. Let's see what they say individually. 1.26, 1.23. Our next test will be to do the individual battery and see how that reacts. But I gotta get going, so I'll come back to do this test a little later on tonight. And off she goes. Alright, so it is, you can't see it. Anyways, it is 7:50. So I wanted to see what the batteries were at after they laid to rest. And we're at 0.57 on that one. So at least they did equal out before there wasn't power on one of them. So, but just to show you, it really didn't do much. I'll show you that again. I don't know if you could see it. There we go. So 0.57 and 0.69. So, and the original battery is right back to where it was. So, actually, it was actually 13.5. So, after it all rested, the primary battery actually went up 0.02 volts, and one of the two of these went up. So, I'm going to actually now try a test and just leave this one running, and I'm going to do it for possibly, let's see what time it is, 7 o'clock, 7:50. So we're going to do a 1 hour test on this battery, the same sort of setup. So 0.57. Like, it's incredible how fast it actually does go up. No, we're already up to 4 volts, 5 volts, 6 volts, 6.5, 7 volts. I think the other one was near 8 volts when it stopped, so we're in between 7.2 and 7.5. Let's see what the other battery's at. Now their battery's at 13.09 volts. So it is 7:54. Alright, so it's been running for about 10 minutes, 11 minutes. It's 8:07. And I just wanted to see if I could actually get an amp draw on it for the charger. So earlier I tested it, it was at 3.5 volts, I think, is the charging voltage. And here I'm reading in the 20 scale. I can get in just a bit closer. So 20, see, I'm still very new at electronics, so I just know how to test things really well. So if you could tell me what that actually means in amps, what that would be in 0.000 whatever amps, that would be awesome, so I could put that on the video so other people could learn. And really, that's what this is all about. So whatever it is, it's 0.01 and I think that it's probably under that. So I think that it's, you know, maybe in the 0.009 range of whatever that is. So it doesn't read on anything else, because, yeah. So it's very minimal power, very minimal amperage. So I guess that's probably why it doesn't hold the charge after you take the leads off. So yeah, just wanted to share that, and I also wanted to share this. So it's running at 30, between 20 and 30 hertz. I don't know how accurate this tool is. Now let's take the lead off just for a second. So the frequency goes up a bit as soon as you turn it off. 42, 45. So it seems that it goes in pulses. So it goes to 22, 23, and then it bounces up to 50. So I don't know why it does that, but it's still pretty cool. And then it stabilizes between 22 and 25 whenever you have it connected. Alright, so we went a little bit over the time. It's 9:06, and I'm gonna start doing some tests, and then we're gonna retire it for the night. Yeah, it didn't really go up. So we're at 7.5, 7.2, 7.1, 7.4, 7.6. So we'll say it's 7.4 or 7.5. I had a higher charge on it before. So let's see what happens when we disconnect. So back down to 2.5 volts, and we'll let that thing drain out and test this one. So we got 12.92 volts. So I guess we'll have to see what it stables out at, and so that'll be where I come back next. I'm probably just going to do a quick video in the morning, let it rest overnight, turn all this stuff off. Alright, so good morning. I'm a little bit late for work. Time is 8:24. Ooh, I should have been out of the house 20 minutes ago. Alright, so let's check the batteries this morning. I'll just read them off to you so I can be super quick. So we're at 0.62 and 0.58. So this last night was around 150, and now it's gone right back down to how it was. Maybe a bit higher, because I think that initially both these batteries were at 160. One of them was dead completely and one wasn't. So, and the primary battery is actually a volt, 0.01 volt ahead of what it was. So it was 13.16. So, you know, there really wasn't much that's happened that's actually wasted energy between these two. So that's definitely something to consider. But I gotta go to work, you know, work for the man, and what would you call it? Survive. I hate this world. Anyways, I'm gonna change it. How about you? Peace.